Good morning everyone. Today we will study about polar and non-polar covalent bond, comparison of ionic and covalent compound. But before that, let's discuss the structure of carbon tetrachloride and methane. What is the electronic configuration of carbon? 2, 4, and that of chlorine is 2, 8, 7. It means carbon needs 4 electrons and chlorine needs 1 electron to obtain stable electronic configuration. Carbon can obtain octet by sharing its all the 4 electrons, one with each of the 4 chlorine atoms. On account of this, 4 carbon chlorine single covalent bonds are formed. Okay. Same way, during the formation of methane, one carbon atom shares all its 4 electrons, one with each of the 4 hydrogen atoms. And this results in the formation of 4 carbon hydrogen single bond. Okay. To draw orbit structure of covalent compound, draw symbol of the element in the center surrounded by only valence shell with valence electron. No need to draw any other shell in covalent compound, only valence shell with valence electron. For electron dot structure, draw a shared pair of electron between two atoms, like in hydrogen, 2 dot between two hydrogen atom. Okay, as both combining atoms have access to shared pair of electron. Okay, this is clear. Then covalent bond can be polar or non-polar. In short, I will explain. A covalent bond formed between two similar atoms or atom with little or zero electronegativity difference is called non-polar bond, covalent bond. So you should know what is electronegativity also. Electronegativity is the tendency to attract shared pair of electron towards itself. Okay, is it clear what is electronegativity? Tendency to attract shared pair of electron towards itself. Okay, so in detail, what is non-polar and what is polar covalent bond? Okay, when a covalent bond is formed between two similar atoms, as in the case of hydrogen. Okay, you can see the structure of hydrogen. The pull of the two atoms on the shared pair is equal, as both have equal electronegativity. So the shared pair lies just in the middle of the nuclei of two atoms, and this bond form will be known as non-polar covalent bond. Okay, so oxygen also example of non-polar covalent bond, nitrogen. Okay, so covalent bond is formed between two similar atoms, or difference in the electronegativity should be negligible or zero. Then which type of bond will be formed? Non-polar covalent bond is formed. And what are polar covalent bond? When a covalent bond is formed between two atoms of different electronegativity, the atom with higher electronegativity tries to pull the shared pair of electron to a greater extent as compared to the atom with lower electronegativity. So what will be the result of this one? The shared pair of electron get shifted towards the more electronegative element, as you can see in the figure. Okay, here chlorine is more reactive, electronegative, and B is also more electronegative. So shared pair of electrons are shifted towards chlorine, away from hydrogen, your first case में towards B and away from A. Okay, so due to this, partial negative charge is developed over it. Okay, and this type of bond will be known as polar covalent bond. Ammonia, hydrogen chloride, water, all are example of polar covalent compound. But one thing you remember here, that carbon tetrachloride has polar bonds, but it is non-polar compound, same way methane also. Okay, more you will study in senior classes. What you should remember here, because they have symmetrical tetrahedral shape or structure, their resultant moment is zero. That is why carbon tetrachloride and methane both are example of non-polar covalent compound. Okay, clear? Now you should know what is the difference between ionic and covalent compound. Few differences we will discuss. First, we will discuss existence, how they exist in nature. Ionic bond exists as crystalline solid due to very strong electrostatic forces present between them. Okay, whereas covalent compound can exist as gases, liquids, or soft solid due to presence of weak forces. Okay, then second point, constituent units. Electrovalent compounds are formed or aggregate of ions, cations and anions, whereas covalent compounds consist of molecule. Okay, then which type of forces are present between ionic compound and covalent compound? Between ionic compound, strong electrostatic forces are present. Okay, strong electrostatic force are present, whereas in covalent compound weak van der Waals forces are present. Weak van der Waals forces are present. Okay, then ionic compounds are non-volatile, whereas covalent compounds are volatile. Melting point and boiling point. Ionic compound will have high melting point and high boiling point due to presence of very strong electrostatic force of attraction, whereas covalent compound will have weak melting due to weak forces of attraction. They will have low melting point and low boiling point. Okay, then solubility. Ionic compounds are water soluble due to polar nature of water. Water has very high dielectric constant. Okay, whereas covalent compounds are water insoluble. They dissolve in organic solvent. Then ionic compounds are good conductor of electricity in aqueous or molten state, not in solid state, because in solid state ions are not free. They are held together with very strong electrostatic forces, and covalent compound will not conduct electricity in any state. Only polar covalent compound, when dissolved in water, they will conduct electricity. One thing more about polar covalent compound, they dissolve in both water as well as inorganic solvent. So this is the comparison of ionic compounds and covalent compounds. Forces name you try to remember. Ionic compounds, which type of forces are present? Electrostatic forces are present, strongest force. In covalent compound, very weak van der Waals forces are present. Okay, that's it.